cheese.
Oh, that's what I was gonna order.
That is a good Patrick.
I'll have another cheese with 3.
Don't you have somewhere else to be a nitwit?
Not until 4.
Kicking? I want to do some kicking.
The owner of the white sedan, you left your lights on. The owner of the white sedan, you left your lights on.
Is the music playing?
It is. It just got louder.
I made it a little bit louder.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright, stream is running. We are a go. Cool, check. We need one of those clapboards, just...
Take 1.
Take 1 of 1, because this is live streamed.
Yep.
You guys, last session, finally made it to some kind of civilization after being teleported into a abandoned bank vault and finding out that not only was the bank vault abandoned, so was the entire town because it got demolished, essentially.
Oh, I remember more than that.
Yeah, but for the viewers can go back and watch the other session if they want to remember that.
True.
After deals had been made, favors had been bought, you guys had made your way to the town of Mitten and have made your way under the ground to this Dwarven coastal town, port town. And you have taken the time to rest up, find a nice little hostel to bed down in for the night, and buy a few things in the morning. In between sessions, Rari has come down with a sudden cold and is going to be in bed for this entire session.
Well, blimey.
It was the incense.
It was the incense.
It was so the incense.
The burning cries of 1,000 plants.
I hear their screams as they burn.
I technically also hear them.
You just care less.
I understand
Well,
what
that,
they're saying.
and it probably it probably also changes to the fire language after a certain amount of time.
It just turns from plant language to fire language.
Yeah, it turns from Muon to Pyric. Because, I mean, at some point they stop being plants and they start being action.
That's true.
Duzon, you're speaking a little cryptically here.
Have you ever heard the sound of a plant screaming as it burns to ash? It changes you.
Have you ever heard 1,000 lives perish all at once?
I have. It changes you.
I have, because I killed them.
I killed them all.
Anyway, what would you guys do, other than shopping, because you did that pretty much all of last session?
Yep.
Not quite sure.
We weren't expecting Rari to get sick.
Yeah, Rari is currently bedridden.
We were kind of teleported here, and now should we try and get back to the town we were in?
The dead town? You can try. You can't. You know the way back.
Yeah, like like before we got teleported by Mr. Wizardy Boo, that town we were in.
Oh, you want to try and go back to, You want to try and go back all the way back up north to...
Okay, so we're very, very far away from there, so that's not gonna happen. Okay.
So, I know you can't see, but you're essentially at the northern tip of the dwarvish country. Here, let me see if I could get the map up on Roll20.
That would be very lovely.
There we go. And I still need to move you guys here, don't I? Yes, I do. There we go. You should be able to see now.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are at the very tip of the Dwarvish Peninsula, right there.
Okay. Wow, we are very south.
Where you were teleported from was here.
Oh, yeah, that's very far.
And I was teleported from, like, here.
Yeah, you were teleported from here.
If that's where... So if we were teleported from here to, like, here, or here?
Yeah, you are right here.
Where were we on session 1?
We're on border country.
Session 1... Here. Session 1, you were here, Duzon. You were in the forests neighboring this city here.
Take it one more time? Oh.
I drew an X over it.
Okay, alright.
And then from there, you took this, like, sea route to here.
Gotcha.
And then from there, you made your way to the Elvish capital to prevent the Necrostorm.
And, okay.
And then the Necrostorm happened.
And then we rode here, around here. And I got teleported way the fuck down here.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, literally the opposite side of the world.
Isn't it fun when you literally ask for things and then the crazy person gives it to you?
No questions asked.
So yeah, now that I know this information, now Duzon's new question is, what do? We found shelter and a place to rest, essentially a rest hub. What do?
We can always plan and prepare to go back up here.
That is the area that literally most of the party is familiar with.
That, and weren't you guys also intending to go back there before the teleporting?
Going back where?
To Durinsk.
Probably.
This is me taking a shot in the dark, because I'm not exactly remembering correctly. Nor would I have actual knowledge of that.
I believe so.
A good place to start if you're not sure what to do or where to go would probably be some kind of guild hall or task board.
That's fair. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and check out one of those.
Well, you are in an inn, and what's your society? What's your plus to society?
My plus to society is 0. My society is a flat roll.
Okay, so you wouldn't know shit about cork boards or task boards or anything like that.
I most likely would. I believe I have a plus 11.
Yeah, you definitely would. You would definitely know about, like, bounty guilds, adventuring guilds.
Only we're in Dwarvish country, not human country.
If you want to, like, figure out what they have specifically for Dwarven country, that's going to be a roll for you.
Oh, most definitely. We're talking about a different society. Not bad, actually. 29.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say that's enough.
I hope it is.
Hey, don't push your luck now.
Not.
But yeah, you're kind of looking around. You figure inns usually have like cork boards with wanted posters, or at least the cork board behind the bar with wanted posters. Huh?
The help wanted section.
Yeah, the help wanted section. So you essentially make your way to the nearest tavern. And because now that it's like post early morning, like middle of the day, the tavern is bustling with people going in, delivering drop-offs, taking things from the tavern, delivering them somewhere else.
And general tavern things.
General tavern things, drinking contests, strength contests, stuff like that. And it's only a matter of time until you, like, look around the inside, and then find a cork board with, like, wanted posters stabbed into it, request forms stabbed into it. Similar things like that.
Myriad number of papers stabbed into it.
Yep. Either with knives, daggers, the rare pushpin. There's even one poster on there that's there's even one poster on there that's stabbed in there with a battle axe.
Someone angry. I'll point out the corkboard for Duzon so he can take a proper look.
I really know what this means.
What's that, Duzon?
Am I able to make out what a corkboard means?
Yeah, it's
What
written
all the
in
papers on the corkboard mean.
it's written in mainly Dwarvish, so you could read it very easily.
I can't. I don't actually speak Dwarvish.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I'm gonna take a look at the corkboard and see what's up. What's going on?
So actually, I do need to point out to Duzon regardless because I can't read Dwarvish.
You walk up to the corkboard, you get your usual stares of A, you're a tree man, B, one of your kind literally saved their town.
And then C, there's also a human with you with an elemental.
Yeah.
And then there's also a walking pumpkin.
A walking pumpkin.
Who's also an elemental?
Yeah, but they don't know that.
Not yet. Not until he starts setting stuff on fire.
That is true. As you look through these posters, a lot of them are like, clear the harbor of the growing algae, clear the sewers of the rats. The one with the battle axe stabbed into it is like, kill that goddamn bird near the harbor. I swear to God, it keeps waking me up at 4 a.m. every day!
They have a right to be angry about that. I would be angry too.
I would love to take that quest, but Duzon does not willingly kill nature for such a weak purpose.
But yeah.
Not that he knows what sleep is.
Exactly. Weak.
It's mainly just stuff that's like, oh, it's a delivery quest from this place to this place. Or, take this bag of money from Tavern A to Vault A.
It is menial tasks meant for the budding adventurer who has nothing to do yet.
Nothing really major is going to be on these cork boards.
It is just quick cash.
If you want stuff like that, you will have to go to... If you want, like, bigger quests, you're going to have to go towards, like, a mayor or whoever is in charge of this little port town.
Has Duzon seen a map and seen how far away from everything he is?
Not recently.
But I know where I am. Okay.
You know where you are, but you also, at the exact same time, don't know where you are.
You know you're in Dwarvish country.
I know I'm in Dwarvish country. I just don't know how far Dwarvish country is from Elvish country.
Very.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that because you are not familiar with Elvish country at all.
Nope.
I, however, do speak Elven, so I am familiar.
If you want to, like, take a guess at how far you are,
I can take a very educated guess.
They're not gonna like. See, I guess I could go to a Dwarvish leader and ask him, even though he probably won't like it.
What would this roll be? What would this memory check be? Recall knowledge.
it would be a recall knowledge for society.
Or society. Interesting. I might need to check my other dice just to make sure. Okay, no, it's just bullshit luck. Another blah 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 mean math 29.
Okay. Hold on, let me get my little ruler.
I have not had to do math for a hot minute.
Let me get my ruler.
Thanksgiving weekend has dulled my mind.
So, from where you are in Mitten, if you go by the bird flies, to get to the capital of the Elvish country would be about 500 miles.
Oh my.
If you want to go by the bird flies to the capital of the United Republic, that's only about 200 miles.
Mill distance.
Fun fact, the entire length from the tip to, or essentially from the border to the tip of the peninsula for Corsica is 143 miles.
And we're at the north tip.
You're at the north tip, exactly.
Ooh.
You're right at the border between Corsica and the United Republic.
Which is honestly really fortunate, because that means there should be a lot of traffic. Border towns tend to have a lot of traffic. Especially port ones.
Yep. It has a lot more sea traffic than it does land traffic because the town between the border and this town has died.
Yeah. In a prior necrostorm.
Mm-hmm. The main port town that, you would know this, Donnie, because you've spent time in the United Republic. The main port town that trades with the western side of Corsica is the, this area here.
Okay. Which means there's a sea route somewhere here.
There's a sea route that directly connects this town, kind of like about like that.
Okay.
That's roughly your sea route.
Which means that is extremely well traveled and probably cheap to cross, honestly, because it's constantly traveled.
Yep. And depending on the type of boat you get, you could do it pretty quickly too.
And then there's the regular issue of from there all the way back.
So from that point to the capital of the United Republic is... So from here to here is 175 miles. If you just go straight from point A to point B. Which is why a lot of traveling is just going to be downtime.
Yeah. Sounds about right. That's a lot of travel.
It is a lot of travel.
Just walking simulator.
Luckily, you have a mount.
We do have a mount.
Didn't you guys get teleported without a mount?
No, the mount came back. Somehow.
Magic.
Okay. We have
Borealis finds a way.
almost.
Aurora Borealis, at this time of year, at this time of day, located entirely within your kitchen.
Come save the earth. Roar, come save the earth.
So, Duzon, do you want the long answer or the short answer as to where we are in relation?
Both.
500 miles, as the birds go, for Elvish country.
Duzon, make an intelligence check to see if you know how far a mile is.
Oh no.
No!
Just base intelligence?
You could use either society or just regular intelligence.
Any
They're
skill
both
that you
zero.
can, any skill that you can use to approximate math.
They're both a flat roll.
Well, actually, wouldn't he be able to use it off of nature too? Because
Plants don't do numbers.
plants don't do numbers, but they are in fact everywhere.
They are everywhere, but they don't know how much anything is.
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes they do.
Trees know where their roots are.
And I got a 7.
You got a 7?
How do I translate this to tree?
So, Duzon, you know how long a foot is?
Yeah?
Your foot specifically?
Yeah?
He's saying that from here to there, it's about 5,000 of your foot.
I don't think that's correct.
It's not. I imagine Duzon's just like,
Sounds like
1, 2, 3.
That is not a mile.
Dude,
If I see him counting that out, I will correct that very quickly.
Yeah, hold it. You know what? Yeah, he's just looking down on, like, walking in that direction going,
1, 2, 3.
No.
What?
That's not a mile. A mile is
5,280.
5,280 of those is 1 mile.
And
Elvish
how
country is
many
500.
miles?
500.
What?
Which is to say, you're not walking on bare feet.
Understandably not. How can we be so far away?
Well, does the remembrance of the phrase being teleported jog your memory?
Yes. Makes so sense.
Count ourselves lucky that we landed near the border.
I sort of kneel. I don't know if I did this already, but I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna sort of kneel down and just send a prayer to Borealis. Just be like I'll tell Cyrus. I think that's his name.
Yeah.
Cyrus. I'll tell him like,
Hold on.
kneel down with my warhammer, and I'll be like,
Borealis. I am far away from where I once was, following your quest. If you have anything else for me to do over here. If not, I will begin my journey back at once. I just need your call.
and I whisper that in a prayer.
You are quite literally surrounded by nature, being in an underground city, so... Let's see what happens.
Literally two elementals right by you with our body.
Do I roll religion?
Yeah, you can roll religion.
Okay, not bad. That is a 23.
Okay. Okay then. As you utter this prayer in the middle of this in the middle of this inn,
In the middle of the tavern.
in the middle of the tavern,
Yeah.
you kind of get the sense that there is no primary objective right now. The primary objective is to prepare and help those that you are able to in the moment.
I see.
Help foster the change that is necessary for all things.
I shall begin so until my aid is requested for my big task. Once more, I will not fail you.
I turn to the pegboard and look for the first thing I see, except for the axe one. Actually, wait, no.
So far, all the quests that you have read involve destroying nature in some capacity.
Well, no, that's not true.
Kill rats, kill bird, remove algae from habitat.
I could move the bird.
There are quests that are like, hey, I need a messenger to do this, or hey, I need a courier to do this.
I want the one with the axe in it.
Okay, you take the one with the axe in it. You can also take the axe as well.
Fuck it, sure, I take the axe.
It is a standard war axe.
Nice, I have a war axe. He wouldn't use it because he doesn't use bladed weapons, because they, represent cutting down trees, and he's not about
It's
that.
literally an axe.
Yeah. He's not gonna use it, he's probably gonna sell it or give it to someone.
Gives it to Rari. Here, little one. I can't use this.
It's literally as big as he is.
Shit.
Gives it to Little
Does
Flame.
not have the muscle to wield it.
So I'm assuming the letter has like an address of where the fuck this bird is?
It says that the bird is at the port, and it's been waking somebody up.
Alright, I
So
will...
look for the most sleep-deprived person here.
I'm gonna go towards the port.
It does have a name on it.
What's the name?
The name on the thing is signed A. DePere.
A de pair?
A. D-A-P-H-E-R. A de fair. Like
A-P-I...
A dot, as in like A is their first initial, dot, de fair.
How do I spell the last name again?
D-A-P-H-E-R.
DeFair. Okay. Okay.
A dot de fair.
So I'm assuming it has like an address on it or the port. Do
No,
I know where the...
It just says the port.
it just says the port, but you do know where the port is.
Alright, so I'm
The
gonna
port should be fairly obvious because that's where all the boats are.
That's where all the boats are, and that's where the smell of fish is coming from.
There's boats underground?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have a port underground. That is actually physically possible.
They essentially discovered a underground alcove and then dug up from there.
Okay. What they do, build canals?
No. So basically, here's how I'd picture this. So, how would I describe this to you?
In terms that Duzon can understand.
In terms that Peter can understand.
Yeah, in terms that my dumbass can understand.
So, this is like ground level, right? This is sea level. They discovered the sea level alcove under the ground and then essentially dug out this large cave and an elevator shaft up to the surface.
Oh, and then the surface is where the port is?
No, this is where the port is.
So... Wait. So there's like a little... Excuse me. There's like a little... So the port's there... Hold on, give me one second. I cannot speak. So... Port's here... And the port kind of had, because the boat going this way... And then there's the elevator that takes it up to here.
No, Peter. Alright, restart.
Peter,
Restart. So,
you're making this more complicated than it
Water
needs to be.
doesn't flow upwards!
no, Peter, this is where you entered up here. Like, this is where you entered the town.
Okay,
You came down the elevator shaft.
right.
This is the town here.
Oh, because we're on a mountain. Okay.
This is the exit to the port that they built outside of the cave.
Okay. It's because we're on a mountain, isn't it?
Yeah, this is like a plateau up here. Like, it extends out like this. And the entrance is right there. They take you down into the city, and then there's an exit here that leads to water.
And the port's literally at sea level.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, now it's working. Alright. Fucking geography fucking sucks. Okay.
Hope to find it a little better.
Yes. This very much how this
City, the water.
sincerely the water.
You got it, Peter? Can I delete this now?
You may delete this. I understand now. So yeah, I go to the port. I'm at the port now. And then I look for this guy, or at least a bird.
So you make your way to the port, and you're looking for a bird. Make me a perception check.
That'll help Duzon be the last remaining brain cell.
Okay.
You can make an assist check, Donnie.
That is a 25.
I am Duzon's last brain cell.
What'd you get?
Natural 20.
Oh,
Oh
cool.
my god, I got a 25.
Alright, Duzon, add 2 to that 25.
So I have a 27.
Yes.
The brain cell sparks.
As you get to the edge, you realize that this port is right below a cliff. You look up. Roll a nature check for me.
Okay. Nature. That's a 23.
You know exactly what this thing is.
What thing?
You look up. It's a roc's nest.
A rock's nest?
ROC,
What?
rock.
Oh no.
Scared.
Here's the description. These large, massive, raptor-like birds are capable of carrying off elephants as prey and are typically about 30 feet long, from beak to tail, and have a wingspan of 80 feet or more.
Now I see why they want them dead.
Oh my.
Rocks usually rest and nest among mountaintops and cliff sides.
Oh, now they're like at the top of the ceiling of this cave?
No, they are outside of the cave, like outside on the side of the cliff that the port is beneath.
Oh.
So it's not just this person they're keeping up. They're keeping up everybody who lives down in the hole.
Yeah, so essentially early in the morning when the fish come out to like spawn and mate or whatever the season is,
Whatever fish do.
the rock essentially screeches, swipes down, and then snatches up a big fish.
Or whatever it can carry in its gigantic claws.
Or whatever it can carry.
Probably has taken at least one ship.
No, ships are too big.
And for all I won't know, there's like 1, 2 max in the.
I'm not sure about that. It can take an elephant. It can take a small boat.
Small boat, yes. Fishing trawlers,
Probably
no.
that.
Fishing trawlers and travel ferries, absolutely not.
Well, yeah, no, not those, but like smaller boats than those.
Yeah, but here's the thing about boats, is that they typically have people on them, and those people are typically armed.
So that may or may not mean anything to the raptor, because if it's not armed enough, it may not care.
That's true. Duzon, with your role and Cyrus's assistance, you would know that rocks are antisocial and lone hunters who compete with each other.
So that means there has to be another one in the area if it's competing with something.
That's assuming it's competing with something.
Assuming it's competing with something.
Unless it has an egg and it's a couple, then it should be by itself.
Do I want to go up and find it now?
Can you climb up a cliffside is a better question.
I mean, the alternative is to look down the cliff from mountain level.
That's also true.
I mean, sure, let's do that if we can.
Yeah, you can do that. It'll just take a minute.
And then you can get your daily dose of vitamin sunlight.
Vitamin
Let's
sunlight.
do that, actually. Let's
Vitamin
do that.
sunlight.
I like the sound of that. I'll take a minute. Don't worry.
Alright, so you take the time to walk all the way back out and all the way back up the elevator to the entrance of the city, just to walk all the way back towards the edge of the cliff and look down. You look down the cliff and you see this large nest made up of fish, mainly fish bones, but also like scattered pieces of timber and lumber that it may have stolen from ships.
Oh my.
And in said nest is a really, really, really big bird.
Oh my god. Oh my. What is the big bird awake? Is it sleeping? Is it roosting?
It is looking up at you just like, "Meow."
Oh no. vehicle has gotten hostile. There is a chance to back out of this without dying.
Back up real slowly.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah.
Give me a handle animal check. That's nature.
What nature? Okay, yes, I get a good roll. Oh, that's 29.
Alright, this thing needs to... What's its will DC? 26, okay.
Okay.
So you're like back away slowly, and as you back away from the cliff, you kind of see this rock just kind of turn its head from up back to the sea.
Oh, thank God.
You are still able to keep line of sight of it.
So I can still see it, but it like just doesn't see us as a threat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you're watching this rock, you see it spread its wings.
Oh, its wingspan is huge, isn't it?
Its wingspan is 80 feet long.
Damn.
It is then going to screech out as it dives down into the water.
Oh no.
And it flies so quickly that it just looks like a blur.
See, I thought this was gonna be like a damn pigeon
Or a seagull.
or a seagull, and I could have just moved it. No. This is a literal thunderbird.
No, those are much bigger.
Oh,
Or bigger.
and of course, thunderbirds are a real thing.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Oh my God.
Yeah, thunderbirds are a real thing.
Yeah, they are in fact a real thing.
Oh no.
How big are they?
They are gargantuan.
Mm.
Rocks are merely huge.
Oh my God. See, I do not want to mess with this thing. This thing
Not anymore.
Well, this thing could pluck me.
Yeah, fortunately, rocks are merely huge, whereas thunderbirds are gargantuan.
They are far, far bigger.
Oh, the thunderbird has a surprisingly short description. Oh no.
Well, I feel like that makes sense if people don't live to see it.
That's true. It is literally 4 sentences.
Oh God.
No.
Thunderbirds bring storms on their wings. In times of drought, they are welcome. Other times, they are offered gifts in hopes of that they might leave before flooding. When angered, they call down hurricanes and lay waste to entire villages. So many settlements conduct extensive rites to appease and honor local thunderbirds. Thunderbird parents carry their newly hatched offspring to hidden mountain nests, where the young are struck by their first bolts of lightning and learn the mysteries of the storm.
And for the record, the space that a gargantuan thing takes up is 20 feet or more, and has a reach of 20 feet tall, and 15 feet long.
Also, if you didn't know, obviously, thunderbirds are immune to electricity damage.
As should be implied by the name.
And they can speak languages, apparently.
They they are smart birds.
Rocks aren't.
Rocks are not.
Rocks have a -4 to intelligence.
That's kind of funny. But we don't know that.
Duzon does.
I do.
Duzon knows these things aren't smart.
You think so? Yeah, which also means I know that it won't listen to reason.
I mean,
You've communicated with stupider.
What?
You've communicated with dumber.
Like what? My elf?
Actually, is your elk stupider?
it can't.
be. Hold
It
on.
can't be.
This is a gift from Borealis here.
Well, no, it could still be stupid. It's an elf, but I don't think it could have beat that dumb. It's a brain
This is
elf.
a gift from a goddess of season.
Your elk is equally dumb.
There's
Your elk and the rock both have a -4 to intelligence.
oh my god. Don't tame the rock. Don't tame the rock. Don't tame the rock.
You can certainly try.
Fuck me.
Here's what I will say, and that you would know because you have interacted with your elk before. Your elk has a higher resistance to your commands than this thing might. Might.
Might.
Keyword might.
So that would mean the rock might be more likely to listen to me.
Maybe.
If you tame it successfully.
If you offer tempting bribes.
And if you can keep it tame, because it is still a wild animal.
Because if I do, I can either A, move it away from the port so it will not wake the dwarves, or B, we can have it fly us over to Elven Country
500 miles.
on a bird.
If it uses all 3 of its actions to fly, it flies,
180 feet a turn.
180 feet in 6 seconds. So if you want to do a little bit of math,
Duzon in math.
No.
And here's the thing, only Duzon can currently perform this math.
180 feet in 6 seconds is 30 feet a second.
That's pretty fast.
That's pretty fast.
It's pretty fast.
And it can fly half speed.
It can fly at half speed if it is, if it has a creature grabbed or restrained in either of its talons.
Which could probably carry one person in each talon because we're small enough. Would Rari even encumber it in the slightest?
No.
Okay.
The only person that would encumber it, like truly encumber it, is Duzon.
Yeah, that makes sense. Tree.
So I wouldn't be able to ride it.
You would, but it would struggle carrying you, is my thing, because you are 450 pounds.
I am very heavy. My elk does not get enough credit.
Keep in mind, your elk is way stronger physically than this thing is.
That's fair. Birds.
What's the strength differential?
It might be big, but birds aren't the most muscular.
Yeah, they have hollow bones.
Exactly.
They're actually even. Like, pretty even. But you gotta keep in mind, the rock is 5 levels higher than the elk is. So, the elk has +5 to strength, and the rock has +8. Which isn't really a big difference when you consider that the rock is 5 levels higher than the elk is.
With the rock is 5 times bigger.
No. So, the creatures are, instead of CR rating, they're rated by level. Your elk is level 4. The rock is level 9.
Oh my goodness.
Which is to say, this thing could kill us easily.
Well, if you had your entire party, probably not. But just the 3 of you, it would definitely be a challenge.
3? What do you mean 3? There's not 3 people here currently.
You, Duzon, Little Flame,
Oh, that's true.
and the elk.
Oh my goodness. We do have the elk with us.
The elk is gonna... Hey, can we just back away and let someone else handle it?
Alright, I'm rolling for this one.
What are you rolling?
Donnie, odds or evens?
Why are you asking me? This is your decision.
Just pick one, odds or evens?
Evens.
Evens, alright. So if it's even, we're gonna back away, and we're not gonna do anything. If it's odd, I'm trying to tame this bitch.
Please be odd.
It is odd. Oh god, here we go.
I'm just gonna keep backing away now.
This is gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
you do that. Duzon's literally gonna tell you, and like everyone else.
I-
just-
Back up. Farther.
Farther.
It's not working with me today.
If you get yourself killed beyond repair, I can't fix it.
I know.
That's kind of what beyond repair means.
I trust my God. May you do the same.
So, Duzon, now that you've committed to attempting to tame this thing, what would you like to do?
I might honestly just conjure like a one bulk tree just to hide behind.
I'm gonna
For when this hits the fan.
I'm gonna peer over the ledge again down to the nest. If it's back over there.
Yeah, you see it's now picking at the bones of a rather large trout.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look down at it and make my presence like known again.
Yep. After, like, breaking one of the ribs in half and sucking the bone marrow out, it looks up at you and just kind of squawks a little bit.
I take my shield and my warhammer, and I give it a nice. What's something I can use with it? Is that anything good? Oh, here I go. And I give it a nice little.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
I'm not trying to intimidate it. I'm just trying to get its attention.
Are you, like, banging on your shield, or are you doing it softly?
Softly, just to create a small noise.
Okay.
Softly by normal standards or softly by Duzon standards?
Like just a little like nudge, like just a little. Hey, I'm up here.
It sees that you're up there.
It has looked directly at you and squawked at you. It
Yeah.
has acknowledged your existence.
I'm gonna roll to see what this thing does in response. Okay, so that's a 4. It's gonna put down the carcass of whatever it was eating. It's going to fly up to you and perch on the edge of the cliff, just... This is one of the few times that something is towering over you, Duzon.
I am very much enthralled.
It's just kind of cocking its head to the side, looking at you. Mwah!
Just gonna hide behind a tree with Little Fleming. And let him carry like a small stick just so he's occupied.
Oh, I should have brought fish. I should have thought about this. Alright. Crap. Am I able to, like... I don't know if I can... I can't link with this creature from Borealis. She's not the keeper of animals. She's the keeper of seasons.
And I don't believe this is a migratory bird.
Oh, I didn't think I'd get this far. Oh, shit.
Wah.
Oh, God, no.
It's gonna step closer to you. Wah.
Meanwhile, because it's it's like gargantuan.
It's huge.
That also equals like small lake.
Actually, not really, because it can only move ground-wise at 20 feet.
That's true, but I mean size alone.
Yeah, size.
I step back a little bit, and I kneel down towards it. I kneel down, not like as if I'm like, please, but just to show like, hey, I'm not a threat. I'm just here to, negotiate, question mark?
It's gonna try, like, pecking at you, not aggressively, but, like, as an exploratory thing.
Okay.
It's gonna have to roll AC to do that.
Okay.
What's your AC?
My AC is 23 because my shield is not raised.
Yeah, it's gonna hit you.
Okay.
It's going to opt to do minimum damage because, like I said, this is just an exploratory peck.
Okay.
So, minimum damage is 12.
Okay.
That's not an insignificant sum of damage for minimum.
No, it's not, but I'm a tanky boy. I can take it, but
Yeah, this thing has a, for its peck, it has a 2d10 plus 10.
oh my god.
So it's kind of like pecking at you, like, what this? What are you? Why is the tree moving?
Oh, what do I do? How do I tame a giant bird without giant fish? Borealis, help!
What are you gonna do?
Now, is this rock like young or old? Like,
Oh, it looks young. It still has, like, fledgling feathers, so it's much smaller and a lot less
Oh,
okay.
aggressive.
So that means it's actually possible to tame it.
Yeah, this is like a fledgling rock. Like, just old enough to the point where the parents have officially abandoned it, but not old enough to become fully aggressive.
So how do I... What is the act?
And it's old enough to not instantly imprint on the first thing it sees.
Yeah.
So what do I do as an act of taming it if I don't have food for it?
That's a good question. I'm gonna roll to see if the rock loses interest, because you really haven't done much.
Yeah.
I cannot conjure a fish for you.
Nor can I.
After pecking you and kind of looking you over, it kind of spreads its wings and is gonna fly away.
Well, at least I know it's just a pure being of nature, not a killing death machine.
You've never felt more close to your god than just now.
I literally stay on my knees, pick up my hammer, and go,
Borealis, I will never forget this day. That I live another week.
I arise and I go,
He is a being of pure nature. Therefore we shall treat him with peace. This task is not for us. Let us move.
I think I could have told you that this task was not for us.
Yes, but giant bird.
A giant bird. Thing probably could have killed you if it was any more aggressive.
Yes.
Without trying.
Yes.
No, it definitely would have had to try. Duzon has a lot of health.
Yes. I was willing to take that risk. If it meant proving it was not just simply an animal living out its life. Which I have successfully proved.
So Duzon, real quick, I want you to make me a nature check. Now that you've officially been up close and personal with this thing.
26.
Perfect. So the DC you needed was exactly 26.
Oh shit.
I don't like the sound of this.
Oh no.
I'm scared.
Either. Me too.
This is your fault.
Yeah.
So you know that this thing is about... It's old enough to where it doesn't need its parents anymore, but it's young enough to not be immediately aggressive towards anything it sees. You know that in probably another year to 3 years, this thing is probably going to leave its fledgling nest and find somewhere better to hunt that is not immediately near a town.
You know what? I will leave it be then. And urge others to do the same.
And you would also know that once it finds its own nest, every 10 years or so from there, it would find a mate to try and have an egg with.
Okay. In that case, give me 1 sec.
Which, if you feel so bold, is probably worth a lot of money. But by that point, you will most likely die to 2 rocks, not 1.
Here's a direct quote. Acquiring a rock egg is by no means an easy feat, though, and is often a death sentence for the would-be egg snatcher.
Sounds about right. That's not what I said. You'd probably die to 2 rocks, not 1.
So, with that knowledge, what would you like to do?
I would like to walk back into the pegboard with the axe and the pamphlet and stick it right back. Well, actually, no. I'm actually going to go to the port and tell the port people to just leave it be.
So are you gonna find someone specifically, or are you just gonna make a general announcement?
Whoever I see first.
I'm just gonna
Or
pretend like I had nothing to do with this and just be little flame a bunch of random sticks.
Actually, no. I have the letter with the guy's name on it. I'm gonna see if that guy's there.
Make a perception check.
I'm gonna find old DeFair. What was that, perception?
Yeah, perception.
27.
You're looking around, like, looking at name tags of the people who are working at the port. He seems to be the port master.
Okay.
He's kind of, like, on top of a stack of boxes shouting at a bunch of people, "Oi, get those crates over here, now, before I cane your ass next to Sunday!"
I, like, sort of walk up to him and wait for him to stop shouting.
How long do you plan on waiting?
As long as it takes.
Okay. Random number generator, 1 to 24.
Oh no. It's gonna be hours or days, isn't it?
Hours. Don't even put the possibility of days, just hours. Minutes. They have to stop working at some point. They have to sleep eventually.
Minimum 1, maximum 12.
They have to sleep eventually. And they're dwarves. They like drinking, so they have to get off at some point to go do that.
Are you willing to wait 7 hours?
No, I'm gonna go up and get his attention.
Okay. You go up and get his attention, so like, what do you want, you bleeder? And then he realizes you're a tree, and he's like,
watch the show from a distance and keep feeding Little Flame random flame materials.
Flammable popcorn.
Little Flame will happily...
Already flammable.
Yeah, Little Flame will happily eat whatever you hand him.
I mean, popcorn probably just leaves, right?
Acorns.
I can literally just generate those out the ass.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And as you watch Duzon go up to this guy, he kind of like snaps to him, and what do you want, you bleeder? And then he realizes you're a tree, he's just like, no, I'm sticking to it, bleeder.
I show him the axe and the letter.
I received this.
Oh, about time someone went after that damned hawk.
About that. I'm here because I highly recommend you leave it be.
Oh, by the Gray's beard, ugh. For how long?
It is a youngster, freshly abandoned by its parents. It'll stay in its fledgling nest for, I'd say, a year. And once a year passes, he will leave and find a new nest. Trust me.
He kind of just face palms. A bloody year! Ugh.
Trust me. This is the only way. Because if we try to mess with it could easily eat anyone in this city it pleases.
Roll diplomacy. Or intimidation, up to you.
I'll use diplomacy. Because he's just trying to, like, this isn't really like a scare tactic, this is sort of like, I am keeping you safe.
And also sticking up for nature.
Yeah, he's also going to be like,
It doesn't. That being said, it doesn't want to just kill everything it sees. It's a bird. It's an animal, not a monster. Just let it be. All it wants is to fish and to eat. And after a year, it'll be gone.
and that is a 26. Damn.
When it comes to nature, Duzon doesn't mess around.
I do not mess around. I do not mess around.
Come on and do the mess around. In the background, Donnie's elemental, or Cyrus's elemental just, come on and do the mess around.
Just chain him up the wood channel and put him to water.
Yep.
Yeah.
The dwarf just kind of like goes from face palming to pinching his nose to stroking his beard all in one motion. It's just like, guys, you gotta be shiting my britches. Fine, fine, fine. Give me the damned paper. He rips up the paper and just kind of like, and give me that axe back too. He takes it back.
I would happily give it to him. He does not want it.
Well, let the bugger be for now. But I swear to the stone, if it starts coming after us, we will take it down.
Understandable. You have my word that is a docile creature at best.
For now.
For now. And by the time it gets more aggressive in its adulthood, it will have left.
and become someone else's problem.
Adult rocks don't spend their times around civilization.
As you say that, you kind of wonder, why the fuck was this thing born here anyway?
I grew onto that, and I'm like,
That means that there was an egg there at some point.
did someone steal an egg?
No.
Was there no civilization?
Also, no.
That's confusing.
Well, I mean, how did the egg get created in the first place if there was a parent
There was 2 rocks.
laid an egg?
Here, Duzon, you might know this, because you were actually around.
Okay.
You were physically here. Not like here, but in a town, like, not that far away.
Yuko.
Yes.
Okay. I get it.
So, oop. So as you think back,
You're the daddy rock.
so as you think back, you recall the warning for the Necrostorm going out to all these dwarven towns being passed along. And you know that Yuko was to shelter in place. And they were to stay like that for years. So perhaps it was during that time in which this rock was born.
And Yuko, did they move? Or did this build...
No, what I'm saying is that what could have happened is that Yuka went into a shelter in place and was essentially a dormant town for a while, only working within the town's, like, safety perimeter. So maybe the same thing happened here, and that they were just locked in place, sheltered in place.
Which provide a solid atmosphere for a rock to nest, have a baby,
Okay.
and leave, all within
Okay.
time for the civilization to start bustling again.
Okay. Alright, interesting. Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, give him his things and, like, be like, you know, just give him one more assurance.
Just let it eat on what it pleases, and don't bother it. Then, it will remain docile to you. I know. I looked it in the eye.
Yeah, I already tore up the bloody contract. Now, if you be out of my beard, I have work to do.
Fare thee well.
I turn around and I fared him well.
Turn around, you see Little Flame just eating a bunch of acorns.
He's actually stacked them into a pile and set them on fire.
Fire flakes.
Literally fire flakes.
And the small axolotl-shaped wisp that was like plenty is now water.
So, now what do you wish to do?
Back to the big board. Or Donnie, whatever you want to do. If you want to do anything in particular.
Not really. Cyrus has literally nothing to do here right now.
There.
Just never mind the fact that he can't even read the corkboard to begin with.
Well, back to the corkboard.
Like, there's a lot of stuff in this area that he cannot read.
Most of the signs are in both Common and Dwarvish. It's just that these specifically are just in Dwarvish.
what's another one I can do?
Let's see. Another one you can do. You could do fetch quests. Literally just like, I'll give you a gold to deliver this bag from here to here.
Alright, I'll do some fetch quests, I guess.
Oh, also I forgot to tell you this last time, but when you got your elk back, it is now an elite Megalosaurus instead of just a regular one.
Oh, wow.
So whenever you go into the stat block on Archive of Nethys, you just click on the elite and it tells you all of the benefits that it gives your elk.
That makes it buffer.
Where's the lead?
Up at the top, right above proficiency without levels.
Elite. Found it. Okay. Noted. There you go, I have it bookmarked.
Alrighty then. You pick up one of the fetch quests trademark, and is requesting that you take, let's see, 3 pounds of steel to the Dwarvish Artificer.
Okay.
It says Artificer / Smith.
I think I can do that.
You can pick up the pounds of steel at the ports on the incoming shippings. And you can find the... what's it called? Smithy. You've been to the smithy, actually, I'm pretty sure.
I think sounds right.
We'll just say you've been there before. Just because.
You know what? Fair enough.
So, you make your way, well, back to the port. This time to a different section where ships are coming in and dropping stuff off to be picked up, rather than picking stuff up and leaving. And you basically find whatever quartermaster and ask them for 3 pounds of steel, and they ask you for whatever like permit that you have for taking it. You show them the paper that you took. They give you this steel and wish you an easy thing, because this is fairly easy. This is fairly easy for you. 3 pounds of steel is literally nothing.
Yeah.
Compared to the bank vault door that you literally walked through.
And you take it back to the smithy. He thanks you for your service and is going to give you a gold.
A gold, yay!
Duzon thinks that these things are meaningless.
Yeah. He'll simply take it. He'll take it, not because it's money, but because of the kindness in receiving a gift.
The kindness in receiving a gift, exactly. That's what this is.
Duzon thinks it's rude to refuse a gift.
Because it is.
Yeah, it's rude to refuse a gift. So he takes it, thanks him, and then bids him well.
You know what? Is there like a library in this town,
That's a good question.
or at least the equivalent of like a mage's guild or something that has many a book?
Do. It probably has like a small, like little local library, but nothing like an arcane study or anything like that.
Well, yeah, no, nothing like that. But like, you know, a place to read it.
But yeah, they probably have a little like local library.
They'll have to learn their letters and numbers from somewhere.
So you make your way to the local library.
If Little Flame's off on his own, whoops. If Little Flame's with me, oh well. He gets...
Duzon, are you gonna follow Cyrus, or are you gonna go do your own thing?
I'll follow Cyrus. Why not?
Then Little Flame is gonna follow Duzon.
Fair enough. Bearing in mind the fact that Cyrus can just beat Little Flame whatever he damn well pleases.
Yeah. Little Flame is slowly liking you more and more.
Because he realizes he can make flame... Cyrus can just generate flammable material from the ether.
Yep. You guys eventually make it to the local library, and the dwarvish lady at the counter is just kind of like, "Oh, how can I help you, dear?"
I'm interested to know about the local wildlife. Flora, fauna of the lake. Preferably if it's readable and common.
She strokes her beard.
Her beard.
Dwarf.
Okay. I forget that.
Oi, this really isn't a common library. Most of what we have is in the Neva tongue.
That's unfortunate.
Although, she kind of like flicks through like her little archive journal. We did recently get a translative dictionary, common to dwarvish, dwarvish to common. For the kids. They grow up learning dwarvish, no one really bothers teaching them common, they come here and learn it.
Fair enough.
That should be, she kind of flicks through the little Rolodex of the archivists. Shelf 12, row 4, book 9.
Okay, thank you.
With that apt of a description, as well as signs that Duzon can translate. You were able to find this book pretty easily. And scattered, not really... This isn't a very big library. It has, like, probably, like, 12, like, total rows, each with, like, 5 shelves, filled with books. And then there's, like, one, like, semi-large round table with a bunch of chairs around it where people can sit and read.
while Duzon goes and does whatever his thing is, even though he definitely followed me here, and I know he's here because let me find the fucking book.
Meanwhile, Duzon is like, this is a mass graveyard for my people.
Cyrus will basically just spend the rest of the day reading at this point. He has literally nothing to do until Rari feels better.
Give me a general intelligence check. Unless there is something specific for you to learn a new skill.
Well, I do only have training in medicine, but this isn't detailed enough library to probably have expert books.
What'd you say you had training in?
I have training in medicine, society, stealth, survival, acrobatics, and an expert, and then 4 lores to elemental planes.
I'm going to...
And an expert in nature and arcana.
I'm going to count this as deciphering writing. You attempt to decipher complicated writing or literature on an obscure topic. Usually takes about 1 minute per page of text.
Okay.
So,
Decipher.
give me a decipher writing check.
23.
Okay. Can you do that one more time for me?
That is much better. That one is 29.
Alright. I'm gonna say you spend a solid, 6 hours on this to the point where it is officially dark. And while you don't have proficiency in Dwarvish, you have definitely learned as many curse words as you could possibly manage.
Well, I mean, that's the first thing most people learn in other languages.
Yeah.
It's like, hello, goodbye, where's the bathroom, food, and then curse words.
And then fuck.
And then fuck, shit.
You learn the necessary words for basic communication and needs, and then you immediately get hurt.
So yeah, after a solid 6 hours of just straight reading a common to Dwarvish dictionary, you know hello, goodbye, food, bathroom, and most of the curse words.
Most Dwarvish curse words. Which is to say, bare minimum Dwarvish.
Bare minimum Dwarvish, because, as everybody knows, most of Dwarvish is just swearing.
That is honestly true.
The dwarves have 12 different ways to say fuck you.
And now I know all of them.
Most of them.
Most of them.
And, unless you want to do anything, Duzon, that's where I'm going to wrap up this session.
I'm just gonna keep helping people and not even getting gold, just,
This fetch questing.
Duzon's not used to downtime. It's like an all-action type thing.
Spending 6 hours just generally helping around town, you accumulate 6 gold pieces.
I will take that.
I'm going to assume Little Flame went with Duzon.
Let's see what Little Flame has been doing in the meantime.
Because if he's in the library with me, I'm keeping him away from burning the library.
He's gonna go with Duzon. He's gonna, try to see if you're, 100% paying attention and try to burn some of the books, and as soon as you're like, no, he's gonna be like, aw, man, and then just kind of walk away with Duzon.
No.
I'll give him, a branch full of acorns for the road.
No.
It's like, you have this, not those.
Pouts. But yeah, as you guys head home from various jobs, the library, you make your way back to the inn in which you started the day. Get your dinner for those of you that need to eat.
Those of us who need to eat. You mean the singular person who is not sick that needs to eat.
Little Flame is going to bring cold soup up to Rari's room and then heat it in front of him.
Rari's sick day.
Rari's sick day.
That's the title of this episode.
Session 22, Rari's sick day.
Rari's sick day.
Sounds about right. And hopefully Rari's player feels better next week. or at
Or-
least by next week.
The week after next is when we really need him to feel better.
Well, yeah, but we wish for him for a speedy recovery.
He is fine, probably.
Maybe. He does have one of the weakest immune systems I've ever heard of.
Yeah, that's true.
Very
One of.
He is very low constitution.
Yes.
But anyway,
Fun story, I was accused the other day of attempting to become a lich by sapping the vitality of the people I know with the weakest constitution.
if you could do that, I don't think, like, you would just be in college.
I would not be in college.
I think you would be, like, attempting to sap the life of, like, government officials.
Yes.
Because they deserve it.
I wouldn't have missed, like, that one guy.
Like that one guy.
Yeah. Would they be able to stop me if I was a lich? Absolutely the hell not.
That's-
I'd be immortal.
That's true. My phylactery, the moon.
Exactly.
Anyway, to those of you watching on the stream or watching in the VODs, have a good night, beautiful people.
Have a good
Have
night,
a good
everybody.
night. I hope you enjoyed.